Have you ever faced a problem so big that everyone else was afraid of it? That was exactly the situation facing Israel when a giant named Goliath stepped onto the battlefield. Every day, Goliath challenged Israel to send someone to fight him, but no one stepped forward. The giant mocked Israel and their God. Meanwhile, far from the battlefield, a young shepherd named David was tending his father's sheep. David wasn't a soldier. He was the youngest of 8 brothers. One day, David's father asked him to bring food to his brothers at the battlefront. When David arrived, he heard Goliath's challenge for himself. He couldn't believe what he was hearing. "Why is everyone so afraid?" David asked. The soldiers explained that Goliath was the strongest warrior the Philistines had ever seen. But David saw something they didn't. He believed that God was bigger than any giant.
So David volunteered to fight. The news quickly reached King Saul.
Saul could hardly believe it. "You're only a boy." But David told the king about protecting sheep from lions and bears.
"The God who protected me then will protect me now."
Finally, Saul agreed, and he offered David his royal armor. But it didn't fit.
So David took it off.
Instead, he carried only his shepherd's staff, a sling, and his faith. On the way to the battlefield, he stopped at a stream. There, he chose 5 smooth stones. Then he walked toward the giant. The armies watched in silence, and Goliath began to laugh. Goliath looked at David and laughed. "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?"
The giant couldn't believe that Israel had sent a shepherd boy to fight him.
"I will destroy you today!"
Then Goliath cursed David and threatened to destroy him, but David wasn't intimidated.
The armies watched every word. David declared that the battle belonged to God. Unexpected happened. David began running toward the giant. As he ran, he pulled out one smooth stone. He placed it into his sling. The sling began to spin faster and faster. Then he released the stone. The stone struck Goliath directly in the forehead. The giant staggered. Then the mighty warrior fell face to the ground. The giant was defeated. For a moment, nobody moved. Then Israel realized what had happened. The impossible had become reality. The Philistines turned and fled. David's victory became known throughout the land. People spoke about the shepherd who defeated a giant. But David knew the real source of his strength. His confidence didn't come from his size, his weapon, or his experience.
Giants still exist: fear, doubt, obstacles. But the biggest victories begin when ordinary people choose courage over fear.